Metal Up World, this is CJ with CJOrtiz.com and MetalMotivation.com. This is the first of a new 5-message series I'm doing on looking for life in all the wrong places. Now, this is all being shown in my Life Domination online coaching program, and you can learn more about that if you visit the link below. Looking for life in all the wrong places. There's basically two kinds of people that I find. Those who are looking for life and those who are producing or reproducing life. One of the two. You're either looking for life or you are reproducing life. You are a bringer of life to situations, a bringer of life to relationships, a bringer of life to the workplace. Looking for life in all the wrong places. Now, people are constantly in search for life, are they not? Are most people not in search of something better? Now, they may say they want to make more money. They may say they want, the ideal relationship. They may say they want to live in a particular city or whatever. But what are they looking for? Is really that thing that they're in search of going to provide them everything that they need? No. What they're looking for is life. What they're looking for is experience. What they're looking for is something better than where they are. And they think something external to them is going to give it to them. Certainly it helps. It certainly does help. If you get the house you've always wanted, you get the relationship you've always wanted, you get the car or the job you've always wanted, yeah, it will bring you some measure of happiness, although it's fleeting and temporary, because eventually you get used to those things. Even the super wealthy are used to being super wealthy. They don't wake up every day and just, act like it's the first day they ever got their money. Absolutely not. For the duration of their time, they will deal with the fact that they never have to worry about paying their bills, right? They never have to be concerned about any of those things. So anything that you consider to be a good thing can eventually become mundane. It can eventually become part of the routine of life. So when are you looking for life, or are you producing it? Are you bringing life to situations, or is your only objective to try and find it somewhere? Trying to find the experience that you're looking for, trying to find something to get you out of the mess that you're in. I don't think any of those things are going to do it. They will help. Circumstances definitely help. I don't deny that at all. But life comes from you. Real life comes from you. It comes from inside you. It comes from what you have in you as a potential for creating your own experience. Isn't that awesome, man? You can create your own experience. You can bring your own air conditioning and heating wherever it is that you go when you give yourself permission to be that way. And that's what we do. We restrain ourselves. We choose not to be happy. We choose not to be joyful. We choose not to celebrate every day. We choose to be dreary and depressed and melancholy and that sort of thing. Now, I'm not talking about chemical issues. So for any of you who are going to think, well, you don't know anything about depression, just stop it right now. I've been through those things. I understand the chemical issues. I'm not talking about that, okay? I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about more of an attitude or a state of mind that limits people who have the wherewithal and the ability to be joyful, to be happy, to experience life, and to produce it, but choose not to. There are people who will write into me, and I've said this in other videos, about being lonely. That nobody will spend any time with them. They can't find any friends everywhere, that everybody's rejected them. And I refuse to believe that. I refuse to believe you just created the perfect victim story, the perfect martyr story. You've done no wrong, yet all of these people have rejected you. Or are you not a bringer of life? What's the old saying about making friends? Right? You want to make friends? Go be friendly. Go be a friend to someone. You can do that. You can bring life to other people, and guess what? People will want you around them. If every time you're around them, you're complaining about your problems all the time, or you got a piss poor attitude, well, no wonder they don't want to be around you. Don't take it personally. Change your attitude. Change your attitude, man, and be a bringer of life instead of always going around looking for it. looking for life, trying this experience, trying that experience, trying to find your ecstasy, your utopia, your bliss out here somewhere, instead of realizing that bliss is something that comes from within. You know, the mythologist Joseph Campbell talks about that. He talks about following your bliss, which he refers to as the center of who you are, that thing which you desire, the path that you really desire to go in. But that's something that proceeds from within. That's something that comes from within you as you follow passion, as you follow desire, as you follow your genuine and sincere interest in life. And then those things begin to work out a path for you. You want to know a path for life? Don't look outside for a path. That path will come from inside you. As you develop yourself, as you commit to personal development, you will see a path form inside you. How? Because your passions and interests and abilities, etc., will grow and mature as you develop them, and they will give you new eyesight from which to see what's in front of you. You might not see any opportunities right now, but were we to develop you, were we to develop some of your gifts, talents, and abilities, you might see things in a whole different way. Direction will come from within. Your path will come from within as you seek after developing your ability to produce life and stop looking for it in other places. If you want to make friends, man, then show yourself to be friendly. If you want to find life, then be a bringer of life. Haven't you ever been in a situation, where I have, where you're hanging out with somebody and you're talking in the kitchen and you talk for a few hours? You get lost in conversation. Isn't that a form of life? You know, hanging out with somebody, maybe getting caught up in a conversation on the phone, and you just had a great time, a great visit, went over to somebody's house, had a great visit. There's nothing special about it. There's no Grand Canyon view outside. It's not in some tropical island. It has nothing to do with any of those things. It has to do with bringing life to things instead of seeking after life. Because people are looking for life in the wrong places. We know the obvious things, trying to find life in alcohol or drugs or whatever, anything that's sort of self-destructive. We know about those things, but people are seeking life elsewhere, and it's just not going to bring them life. It's only going to bring them frustration, and they're going to repeat this vicious cycle of never being able to find what it is they're looking for. What's that old U2 song that says, "Still haven't found what I'm looking for"? Really? You still haven't found it? You're searching for it? What a waste of time. Everything that you're searching for is within you, because that's where fulfillment comes from. Fulfillment does not come, happiness does not come from the outside. Happiness is, I got a new car, the car I always wanted, I'm happy. The car got wrecked, I'm unhappy. Fulfillment is something completely different. Fulfillment. It's got the word full in it, it's got the word fill in it. That means satisfied. That's what you want. You don't want a fleeting happiness based on owning something or being in a position of power or having someone in your life. What you want is a deep satisfaction, a fulfillment, right? When you eat when you're full, you are satisfied. You want a deep, lasting happiness that is based on fulfillment. The satisfaction that only comes because you have developed all that you are in terms of your personality, your character, and all that you can do in terms of what your abilities, what you're capable of. You do those two things, you will experience a deep and lasting satisfaction that is so much greater than the pursuit of happiness. Go after fulfillment. That comes from within. Don't go looking for life. Be a bringer of life. That's your calling. Can you dig it? I hope you can. Well, join me all this week for this powerful series on looking for life in all the wrong places. If you'd like to see the rest of this series, then you can do so by joining my Life Domination online coaching group. It is a private Facebook group which I administrate. The only other people in there are people just like you, just like me, motivated people that are trying to improve their lives. How it works is we do one topic a week based on 5 videos, and we have, again, a private Facebook group which can interact and empower each other. By joining, not only do you get each new week's series, but you also get access to the vault of over 530 videos so far, which have been produced on numerous topics. You'll get a kick out of that. All of that for about 70 cents a day. I think that's pretty inexpensive. You can cancel anytime, so there's no obligation. You want to learn more about it, visit the link below, metalmotivation.com/life domination coaching. This is CJ, the Metal Motivator. And remember, in whatever you do, don't suck. Metal up.